Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a water fitness test. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to smash it. I'm going to smash it just for you guys, so you know it's possible. You can do anything in terms of fitness. You can push your levels. You can go different angles. So it doesn't have to be basic. You can do all sorts of stuff in terms of fitness. So today I'm going into the water. I hope I won't drown. Wish me luck, but this is something again you guys can try at home. If you haven't done it before, if you haven't been in the pool before, try it anyway. I'm absolutely tired. I feel like I went to bed at a decent time, so let's review last night.
Are you gonna help me?
Beep. What's this, man? Call your girlfriend to help me.
Oh, he doesn't have one. Look. I don't. What do you want me to say now? What do you want me to say?
It felt like a decent time to go to bed. Yeah, I'm ready. I've had something to eat. I have a little bit more energy now. I've got my backpack ready. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna go and meet Mark, and he's gonna be showing me, or he's gonna be showing you guys different strokes in the water and how to do them properly. I'm not the best swimmer in the world, so if I can do it, I mean you guys can definitely do it. I'm putting myself out there. Let's shut off and go to the pool. Yeah, it's already bright. The birds are singing for me, cheering me on. Chugga 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 Tino, you can do it. Chugga 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 chugga. Yes, yes I can. You know why? Because I'm an athlete. Alright, so I'm here. I'm gonna get ready, meet Mark, and then we're gonna get started. You gotta do a little warm up. Over to you, Mark.
Swimming is a great way to exercise. It's a whole body workout. I mean, anybody will tell you that. It's not as difficult as people make it sound, and it's not as scary as people make it sound. but you do have to practice it and you do have to get in the water. Swimming's a bit like dancing. You have to be controlled, but you also have to stay quite loose. First thing that we're going to do, that we always sort of, at least I always try to do, is try to explain to people that you're not going to drown when you get in the water. You're not going to sink down to the bottom, regardless of what ethnic minority you come from. And I know there's the conception that black people see.
I know I do.
That is true about all races. If you're strong and muscly and really big, and I mean, look at this specimen of a man. To prove that you're not going to sink. Tino, it might not work with Tino, admittedly, because look at him. But it's very hard to actually get down to the bottom of the pool. Now, for full disclosure, Tino has swum before. That boy sank straight away. If there was a beginner, they wouldn't have been able to go down as easily as that. And usually with beginners, when you tell them, go down to the bottom, they always struggle. And the point is to prove that they're not going to drown. They're not. The second lesson that I would teach beginners, which is a push and glide. So what is Tino's going to do? He's going to start from this end. His hands are going to be out in front of him. He's going to put one foot against the wall. He's going to push off, facing the water, looking down. He's going to blow bubbles out of his mouth nice and slowly, and he's just going to push and glide all the way out. He's not going to kick his legs, he's not going to use his arms. It's just a simple push, glide, and see how far he actually goes out. Okay? Hopefully you'll be able to see how far he goes out in the video. Go for it, Tino. Probably covered about a quarter of the distance without kicking his legs whatsoever, without pulling his arms. That is just a simple push and glide. First element of teaching. Okay? He's going to use his legs this time. So he's going to do the exact same exercise. Hands one on top of the other, facing the water, blowing bubbles nice and slowly, which is called trickle breathing. He's going to push and glide, but this time he's going to add a leg kick. And faces in the water, nice long body, all the way down to his feet, making lots of foam, and he's still travelling all the way to the end, nice and easy. Right, the next thing that we're going to move on to is arms. Our arms are just going to be going round, nice and slowly, and coming back over. That's it, and we're using left and right, nice and big, nice and smooth, nice and slow. Pretty much the same speed that a windmill fan would go. We're not trying to go super fast. When we get better and we improve, then we can start speeding up. But for right now, we just want to get the basic movement in. And then he's going to do his arms nice and big, nice and smooth, making sure that his thumb and forefinger are going into the water first, stretching all the way out nice and long, and then pulling all the way back to his bum. There we had all his leg kicking and his arms moving at the same time. So that's the thing about swimming. You're trying to get lots of different body parts to all move at the same time. Nice and smooth, nice and long. Off you go, Tino. So we start with a push and glide. Then he's going to go into his leg kick. And then those arms. See, nice and big, nice and smooth, nice and long. He's got a very good stroke, Tino. And it helps keeping his body nice and long and nice and straight. Right, before we move on to showing you another stroke, you're probably thinking, hold on, how do I breathe? You want to keep straight and streamlined as possible. The moment you lift your head to breathe, your legs go down. The moment your legs go down, you're going to find it much harder to kick. But water is heavier down at the bottom than it is at the top. When you're swimming, you want to roll to the side. That way you're still staying streamlined, and you're able to get your breath in. To get your topmost eye, which is this one, to try to look up at the ceiling. So that's, the moment you try to look up at the ceiling, you have the natural movement of your head turning. Look up at the ceiling with this eye, your head turns. Push, glide, always start that. Legs, arms, roll. Did you see that roll? And he's rolling. You can see he's actually looking straight this way. He's going to be trying to look at the camera every single time. So the camera's just going to track him from the side, and he's almost going to be trying to look at the camera as he swims. Off you go, Tino. Okay, that was front crawl. Look, once again, I understand that was a very quick lesson. The more videos Tino does, the more videos you request, then we can work on more stuff. We're now going to show you backstroke.
Just push and glide?
Yeah, just push and glide to start off with.
Hands behind my back?
No, you can have your hands by your side for this one. Now, unfortunately, Tino sinks when he does backstroke. And you might not have been able to see that, but literally, he started off in this position and his legs just went down like this, you know, and then he just started to go down. It's one of those. So perhaps I will show you how to do the push and glide. We're going to add the push and glide and the leg kick. He should be able to do the push and glide and the leg kick, because now he's using his legs. There we go, you can see his legs moving. He's got his head a little bit too far back. He needs to bring his chin down a little further. There we go, he's moved it. And he's kicking those legs. And you can stop there, Tino. So go for it again, Tino, but with your head in that position. That's it. So imagine that you're sleeping in bed. I would say that backstroke's probably one of Tino's weaker strokes. And stop there. Fantastic. But that was a much better head position. You don't want your head too far back, otherwise water's just going to be going into your eye, into your face, into your nose, and that causes itself a problem. Okay, the arms are very similar in terms of movement as front crawl. We're still going round, except obviously we're doing it in reverse. Everything's still straight, and if I do it facing you, there, it's that movement. That's the movement that we're doing in the water. My shoulder rotates so that it's easier for me to pull my arm through the water. And sometimes when we're practicing, we do a drill where we're just kicking our legs and we're just rotating our shoulders, so that you understand that the bottom half of your body stays long and streamlined. The top half of your body is what rotates from left to right. Push, guard, leg kick, and he's going to use his arms. And high, you almost want your belly button to be constantly peeking out at the top. What you want to see is that one arm's going to stay one side of his arm. He's not going to come across his head, and it's going to be nice and straight, nice and streamlined. Off you go whenever you're ready, Tino. And you can stop there. Things in there that I can pick out that that I can be critical of, but we just have to understand that backstroke isn't Tino's favourite stroke. He started off in the middle and he kind of went at an angle all the way towards the shallow end, but that's fine. We're just trying to show you what the basic movement is. Tino's going to demonstrate the leg breaststroke. How good is your breaststroke?
My breaststroke is pretty good.
Oh, and that beautiful. Tino's going to show us breaststroke leg kick first. Are you ready, T? Nice, very nice. He's got a very, very nice leg movement. He's got a very nice squeeze. It's the propulsion that's moving him. He's not using his arms at all. He's literally just his legs. In, out, squeeze. Now we're going to show you the arms. So, you're drawing a circle with your arms in the water. So, yeah, if you show us again, Tino. So your arms are going forwards, they're coming round, they're pushing down slightly, because that's what's going to help bring your head up for you to be able to breathe. That glide is really important. So you've seen it from the front, nice and smooth, nice and relaxed, not rushing. Beautiful. You use the same leg movement when you're treading water, and that's keeping your head out of the water. And also you're able to just have a look around and see where you're at before you go into your stroke. Okay, the last stroke is butterfly. Butterfly is the showy offy stroke, okay? I've done my push and glide, and it's this movement. That's the movement you're looking for. Moves you through the water. Your feet are together, then making a splash as you go along. Your body's nice and streamlined, and you're here. Yeah. Can you see that wriggle that he's got going on? Yeah, feet are together, making that splash, making that foam, keeping his body nice and long, staying flexible. I'm going to show you another technique which is sometimes easier for people to understand. Instead of Tino putting his arms out in front of him, he's going to put his arms out, down by his side. We call this a salmon drill, because this is pretty much how salmon swim through the water. Off you go, T. He's staying nice and relaxed. Look at that, he's moving his whole body, getting that real wriggle going on. The best way for me to describe the arm movement in butterfly, and we call it the keyhole. Round, back, over, key. Oh, those traps, T. You magnificent beast. Okay, now let's see if we can put those two elements together. Go for it. That's not too bad. Tino's got a slight, double movement of his arms when he goes into the water that he doesn't need to use, because that's just a waste of time and energy. So that's something that he needs to get rid of. He just needs to go in, as soon as his arms go in to the water, he needs to have a little bit of a glide and then go into the keyhole straight away. He's got a slight little flicker with his arm, with his hands that he does, that he absolutely doesn't need to. Whoa, nearly crashed into there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly. So, just to recap, we are going to do a length of each one, or a width of each one. We're going to do front crawl, backstroke, so apologies for my big hand there. We're going to do front crawl, backstroke, breaststroke, and then butterfly to finish. So front crawl, push glide, legs kicking, backstroke, push glide, a little bit, he's got a little bit too much wriggle there. He's got to work on being able to go straight, but that's what practice is for. And stop there, T. You went a little offline, but that's okay. And then breaststroke, push glide, and last but not least, the butterfly. This is the one that's going to kill him. Go for it, T. It's coming a little too high, but that's okay. That can be worked on. And he finishes. Well done. That is all the 4 strokes of swimming. I highly recommend it. Please go to a pool, get some lessons. If you're scared, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. There's nothing wrong with being scared. That's healthy. I'll post a comment on Tino's video, and we'll be more than happy to take you through some tips that you can learn. Things that are a little bit more technical that are going to help you improve your stroke. Even if you just want advice on how to improve your stroke. If you are into your fitness, add to them into your fitness regime? Get a few triathlons in.
Right, I've done my training. I've done 20 minutes in the water doing the front strokes, not the back. Take those tips, guys. Helpful tips. If you want to know a little bit more, feel free to comment. Hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.